It was supposed to be just another quiet evening, but what unfolded left fans of BTS reeling in shock. No one saw it coming. No one could have predicted it. Why did Jimin leave the military camp alone? And why did Taehyung, of all people, feel the need to confront Jungkook about it? Speculations had been running wild for days. Fans noticed Jimin's solo departure from the military base, but no one had an answer. Theories ranged from scheduling conflicts to something much deeper, something no one dared to say out loud. Was there trouble among the members? Had something happened between Jimin, Jungkook, and Taehyung? Then, on a night that felt like it could change everything, Taehyung and Jungkook met in a quiet, dimly lit cafe in Seoul, a place they had visited countless times before. But this time there was tension in the air, something unspoken yet heavy between them. Why did he leave alone? Taehyung's voice was calm but carried the weight of something unshakable. He stared at Jungkook, waiting. Jungkook, usually composed, shifted uncomfortably in his seat. His hands tightened around his coffee cup, his eyes betraying the emotions he struggled to hide. It wasn't just a simple question. It wasn't about Jimin leaving the military camp. It was about trust, about brotherhood, about something more significant than anyone outside their circle could understand. Jungkook exhaled. I didn't know he was leaving that night. A pause. A long loaded silence. You're lying, Taehyung said, his gaze piercing through Jungkook's defenses. And just like that, the floodgates opened. For years, BTS had been more than a group, they were family. But families have secrets, unspoken tensions, and moments that challenge even the strongest bonds. Something had happened. And now, sitting across from each other, Taehyung and Jungkook were unraveling the threads of whatever had led Jimin to walk away alone. Jungkook finally looked up, his expression unreadable. Do you think I wanted this to happen? Then why didn't you stop him? Taehyung shot back. His voice was quieter now, but it held something even more dangerous. Pain. It wasn't just about Jimin leaving alone. It was about why he felt he had to, and why Jungkook, the one person who always stood by his side, had let him go. Did Jimin leave because he was hurt? Was there an argument no one knew about? And why did Jungkook seem unable to give Taehyung the answers he was demanding? Just as the tension between them reached its breaking point, Jungkook did something unexpected. He pulled out his phone, scrolled through his messages, and pushed it toward Taehyung. Read it, he said, his voice tight. Taehyung hesitated, then picked up the phone. His eyes scanned the message, his expression shifting from confusion to disbelief. Don't come after me. This is something I have to do alone. It was from Jimin. A moment of silence stretched between them. The weight of the words sank in. Taehyung slowly put the phone down. Why would he say that? Jungkook leaned back, rubbing his face with both hands before finally meeting Taehyung's eyes. Because he knew we'd try to stop him. A million questions raced through Taehyung's mind, but one stood out among them all. What was Jimin running from? ARMY had noticed the subtle changes over the past few months. Jimin had grown quieter. Taehyung had been restless. Jungkook had been more distant. The pieces were there, but no one had put them together, until now. Had there been a fight between them before Jimin left? Had something happened that made him feel like he needed to walk away on his own? And most importantly, where was he now? Jungkook finally broke the silence. Young, I don't know what happened, but he needed space. And I didn't know how to stop him. Taehyung ran a hand through his hair, frustration evident. Then we need to find him. We need to. Jungkook shook his head. He doesn't want us to. The word stung. They both knew Jimin better than anyone. If he had sent that message, it meant he truly believed he had to do this alone. But why? What was he keeping from them? The night ended with no real answers. Taehyung left the cafe, his thoughts racing, his emotions raw. Jungkook stayed behind, staring at the empty seat across from him. The next morning, fans noticed something unusual. A cryptic post appeared on Taehyung's Instagram story. Just a single sentence that sent the entire fandom into a frenzy. Some things shouldn't be done alone. Was it about Jimin? Was it a message for him, hoping he'd see it? And most importantly, as dawn broke over Seoul, ARMY woke up to a flood of speculation, theories, and unanswered questions. Taehyung's cryptic message had only intensified the curiosity, sending fans into a frenzy. What did he mean by some things shouldn't be done alone? Was it a plea for Jimin to return? A subtle message that something was seriously wrong? Or was it directed at Jungkook, at all of them, for letting Jimin go without stopping him? No one had an answer. And the silence from Jimin's side was deafening. Jungkook, who had always been active on social media, had gone completely silent. No posts, no stories, no sign of him anywhere. Meanwhile, Taehyung's followers noticed that he had liked a series of old photos of him, Jimin, and Jungkook together, photos from before their military enlistment. The memories they had built together, the moments of laughter, of brotherhood, it all seemed so far away now that Jimin's sudden departure. The last time he was seen, reports started surfacing from fans who claimed to have seen Jimin leaving the military base alone. Some said he looked deep in thought, others mentioned he seemed distant, almost lost in his own world. But the strangest detail? He wasn't carrying much with him, just a small bag, as if he didn't plan to be away for long. But days had passed, and Jimin had yet to return. Where had he gone? Even the South Korean media had caught wind of the story. Reporters were starting to ask questions, but HYBU remained tight-lipped. Their official statement only said that Jimin is taking personal time and will return soon. But how soon? And why wasn't anyone from BTS directly addressing it? Taehyung had always been protective of Jimin. They had a bond that transcended friendship, a deep, almost telepathic connection. And now that connection felt severed. He couldn't just sit back and wait. After his meeting with Jungkook, Taehyung decided to take matters into his own hands. He made a call, one that he hadn't wanted to make. "Namjoonhyang, I need your help." A pause. Then a deep sigh from the other end of the line. "I was waiting for you to call," Namjoon said. Taehyung froze. "You knew." There was a long silence. "I didn't know, but I had a feeling." Meanwhile, Jungkook sat in his apartment, staring at his phone. The message from Jimin still lingered on the screen, taunting him. "Don't come after me. This is something I have to do alone." He should have gone after him anyway. He should have done something. Jungkook ran a hand through his hair, frustration burning in his chest. He had known something was off with Jimin for weeks. There were late-night conversations where Jimin had sounded distant, messages that went unanswered for hours, moments where he smiled, but it didn't quite reach his eyes. He had seen the signs, so why had he ignored them? And then there was the other thing. The thing he hadn't told Taehyung. The real reason Jimin left. Just when the situation couldn't get more confusing, Taehyung received something unexpected: a letter. Left at the BTS dorm. Addressed to no one in particular. The handwriting was unmistakable. It was Jimin's. With shaky hands, Taehyung tore open the envelope. His heart pounded as he unfolded the paper, eyes scanning the words written in careful, precise strokes. "I need to find myself again. Please don't come looking for me." The air left Taehyung's lungs. Jimin had walked away, not because of anger, not because of some rift within the group, but because he was searching for something. Something he felt he had lost, and the worst part? He didn't want them to follow. But how could they not? How could they sit back and do nothing when the one person they loved like family was out there, alone? Just when Taehyung and Jungkook thought they had reached a dead end, a new piece of information surfaced. A fan had seen Jimin at a train station in Busan. Not in Seoul. Not near the military base. Busan. His hometown. Why had he gone back there? What was he looking for? And most importantly, was he okay? Taehyung and Jungkook had no choice now. They couldn't just sit back and wait any longer. Jimin was out there, somewhere in Busan, searching for answers. And they were going to find him, whether he wanted them to or not. Would they get there in time? Would Jimin open up about what had been weighing on him? Or had something already happened that they couldn't undo? One thing was certain. This wasn't just about Jimin leaving the military camp alone anymore. This was about something much, much deeper, and Taehyung and Jungkook were about to uncover the truth.